Welcome to this episode of Ranger Touring. We are again still up here in the Cape, heading on the Wakooka Track for day 2 now. Bit of a summary for the last video. We did the Bloomfield Track, went out to Eland Beach, Cape Flattery, then we started the Wakooka Track and got to the Jeannie River. From here, it's another 48 k's technically to our next camp, which is called Didgeridoo Blues Sunrise. It's a little camp on Wiki Camps. If we're making good time, we're probably actually going to punch past that, but we'll just see how far we get today. We've booked Kalpower for 2 days from now, but we just want to see how far we can get. Toyotas.
It was so bad. The I-30 didn't have like back.
There you go.
You're gonna drop in.
So we're a couple of hours into the Wakooka Track now. So far it's been pretty brutal on the car. It's very dry this time of year. It is a dry weather track only, but lots of little riverbed crossings, all of which are dry except for the Jeannie River. And it's just unrelenting. So we've been traveling probably average of like, maybe we've done 40 Ks or so, or 30 to 40 Ks in the last 3 hours this morning. We're traveling about 10-15 Ks an hour. Very, very slow going. The spots in between all the creek crossings are also very undulated. Lots of leany sections and a few spots where you'll pick up a wheel or two. So far though, like, we've all really enjoyed it. You probably wouldn't want to be on it for more than a day or two, because it is pretty brutal on your back and your car and everything. But for a bit of exposure to the Cape and something new, we're pretty happy with it. Been going for 3 hours this morning. Pulled up on the side of the track to have a bit of lunch. It's we're about 20 k's off the sort of turn off before it turns back into a gravel road. So look, it's a long track, very tough on the gear. It's bounced the cars around a lot, but very enjoyable. Definitely want to give yourself an appropriate amount of time though to get this done, because it's yeah, pretty savage. Battery issues still persisting, so we're gonna have to try and find one along the way, but fingers crossed we have some luck there. That is the Wakooka Track done. Not to say that that wasn't brutal, but there's still more you could do. So from here you can punch further into Cape Melville and go to all the beaches and stuff like that. I read some reviews online. It didn't get the best rap necessarily, not to say it's not worth going to, but just for the amount of time we got, I think we can spend it better elsewhere. So. So we're now officially a day ahead in the trip. We're going to work out what that means for us, whether we can cram anything else in. Thinking of doing partially a bit of the Frenchmans, maybe just tackling it up to the Wentlock, before then sort of camping there, turn around, head back up to the Bramwell Tourist Park. Kalpower Crossing is a lot better this time of year. Don't want to be getting into this campsite too early because you are exposed to the sun a lot. If you get in a bit later, no worries. Kalpower Crossing has some great facilities. It's got toilets, cold water showers, marked campsites which are huge and spacious, and then if you're into your fishing, it's probably the place to come. So today we've got a pretty big drive ahead of us. We're going all the way to Archer River, which is about a 5-hour drive. So we'll pass through Musgrave Station where we'll fill up for fuel, probably grab a bite to eat there as well. Then I think we'll punch past Cohen and try and find a battery. The Fortuner's battery's gone, so we're going to try and have a look at that, and then we'll probably get into camp late this afternoon. this is the bend south. We stayed here last time. The water wasn't flowing and it wasn't pleasant, but it's beautiful now. So we're gonna go on for a little dip. As you can see behind me, a bunch of people have set up caravans. It's a pretty popular spot. And again, when it's nice, I can understand why. Nice. Got 9 points on the board. What are you going to do about it?
What are you going to do about it, Sarah?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Elevate yourself.
not
This is what peak performance looks like.
yeah.
So we didn't end up going all the way to Archer River. We actually ended up stopping at the bend south, just out of Cohen. Just was a really nice place, and when we got here, the river was flowing still, so thought we'd pop in here, stay for the day. So that means we've got another 167 k's to the turn off of the Frenchmans. We weren't going to do the Frenchmans, but we've got a day up our sleeve now, so we're going to go probably as far or just past the Wentlock and have a quick squeeze and then turn around and maybe camp around the Wentlock. The Fortuners had to go to Weeper to get a new battery and fix a few small other things, but the rest of us are cracking on, so there'll be 4 cars going on to the Frenchmans today. This is the entrance from the western side of the River Crossing. There's not really much of a skill involved here. I think I'm just going to put it in first gear, and I might put the full descent control on and just walk down there. I might bottom out actually, what do you think? Oh, brakes are full of dust.
We'll creak and groan the whole way down.
Yeah, the shot.
Step up.
So this is the clay crossing. You've got a few entrances and exits, little creek flowing down, it's quite nice. But then you've got two ones, so this is probably the main line. It does get quite deep towards the end. It was sort of on that right hand side, it was like right up against my, like, I don't know, maybe just below my crutch sort of level. And then a steep exit on the outside, and it's also quite slippery. Connor's volunteered to go first.
That is not true.
Jesus.
So we've worked our way along. The track starts out very corrugated and pretty uneventful actually until you get to the Wentlock. Wentlock, definitely engage low range and crawl down the steep exits. And then from there you work your way towards the clay crossing, which turned out to be quite difficult. We ended up taking the chicken track around it after Connor had no go getting it done. And then now we're just sort of working our way to maybe one more crossing before we turn around and head back. Pretty enjoyable track, but there's a few little challenging obstacles. We weren't originally going to be doing the Frenchmans, but we've just found ourselves a day ahead in our itinerary, so we've decided to cram this in before hitting the telly track. But at the end of the day, we're not going to push the cars too hard because we've still got to make it to the telly track. Now we're doing the exit to the Wentlock. We rocked off for who's gone first, but once I'm going last. stop before the old Teletrack is Bramwell Tourist Park. We've got a little game for the Teletrack. So we all drew names and we had to get someone a gift that they had to put on their car or on the person for the entirety of the Teletrack. Failure to comply with those rules means that you buy the first round at Punsand Bay. So stakes are high.
Couldn't go any larger, it might damage your car. I'll present that one to you. This is to hang from your rearview mirror.
Oh, okay.
The rest of the Teletrack annoying.
Very annoying.
Give you a little bit of musical pleasure for the rest of the trip, especially over the corrugations.
Just put a t-shirt on. Comes to ride shotgun, and she needs to have at least one item of clothing on her a day.
I think we'll cover her up for the children. Real passenger princess. This. You know, whilst I can't ride shotgun with you, you know, you are a beginner, so you can have these, slap those on, and you can just, you know, follow the big boys. But also, this caught my eye as I was leaving Super Cheap, and I couldn't help. So you will find somewhere to mount this bad girl sticker. And it can't be over the L plate.
It's a lovely tie down.
Oh, thank you.
This is one of the cheaper ones from Bunnings.
I do appreciate that. It holds 100 kilos.
It does. You won't need 100 kilo.
Tight medium.
But you'll probably need the 2 meters that you've got.
That's
Your very own noble steed.
It's through gunshot. So we've got some paracetamol for you.
What goes around comes around.
We're hoping the dazzle will shine a bit of colourful light into your life as you drive.
Bramwell Tourist Park is a bit expensive. I think we paid $45 or something to that effect for 2 of us to stay for the night. But then on top of that too, it ended up being $125 by the time you added on the dinner. I don't actually know what dinner is, but all I know is that happy hour starts at 5:30 and then dinner is at 6:30. It sort of seems to be a seated thing with live music and sounds good.
Every now and then you go like
Come along, sing Matilda with me, as we sang as in much. Come along, sing Matilda with me. So that's it for this episode of Rangers Touring. Had an awesome night at Bramwell Tourist Park. Awesome music, live comedy, and great meals. So looking forward to the Teletrack. Bring it on.